All right, hello everyone. Official Accountability here. I'm back with another video. I'm just doing this video here. Oh, matter of fact, before I get started, I just wanted to address a comment that was made on my last video. All right, and this individual said that, I don't know if it was a he or a she, but either way it goes, it was a troll. And this troll had said that they were going to start reporting me to the countries that I go to. My response to that is, fuck you. All right, fuck you. Unless you can articulate a crime that I have committed or will commit or planning or whatever it is, I don't give a shit who you report what to, all right? I don't give a fuck, all right? The United States Green Notice didn't stop me from coming over here and having a good life. Your little phone call is not going to do a goddamn thing either, all right? So back to regularly scheduled programming. Anyways, this video here is going to be covering the apps that I download while I'm overseas. Now, these are the apps that I would also suggest you download if you're planning on coming overseas, or if you are overseas currently, no matter what country it is, I would highly suggest downloading these apps. Now, I don't use too many. I do suggest not downloading too many because they do get hard to keep track of, as well as the deals that you can gain from using one app. You're not really going to get the best of those deals if you're using too many of the same, too many different apps that cater to the same need, right? So I'm just going to go over the apps that I use and the apps that I suggest that you download. And I'm going to put these on the screen if I can find the logos and put them up there anyway. So I'm going to start with the very first app that I downloaded when I got to Germany. If you go back and watch my first video, I actually left the United States back in February and I landed in Germany, Frankfurt, Germany to be specific. The area that I was staying in was close to the airport only because I didn't really know where I was going to end up. I had just gotten fed up with the United States and a lot of their bullshit. So I just really didn't know where I was going to end up, where I was going to be, you know, this and that and the third. So I didn't really care where I stayed at that point. So the first app I downloaded at the time is this Hostelworld app. This app here got me into a place called Meininger Hotel or Hostel. It's more of a hostel, but they do have single rooms. It really wasn't a bad stay, to tell you the truth. It was very inexpensive. Only deal was it was so close to the airport, which means it's far away from the city center. That's where you want to be. No matter where you go, you want to be close to the city center, right? That's where all your perks are going to be. Your nightlife, your daily needs as far as laundry, food, and taxi service, and all of that stuff. It's just going to be so much. It's just going to be so beneficial for you if you would just stay in the city center everywhere you go in all the countries you plan on going to. All right. So that's just a suggestion outside of the apps. But this app here at Hostelworld, you can book your date. You can set your date, number of guests, and all of that stuff right there, and different hostels will come up. I use this app, Hostelworld app, to find that Meininger Hotel. When I found that was my very first day. I had a good time. It was just so far away from Frankfurt city center. I was spending almost 20 euros to get back and forth to the city center and back and forth. It was 20 euros each way. It was a lot, you know, until I ended up getting back on this very same app, and I ended up booking a hostel downtown. You know, now that hostel I did not enjoy. It was in a bad area. You know, it was really dirty. I really didn't like it. All right, which leads me to my next app, which is the Booking.com app. That is probably the most useful app. All right. I'm only saying that when it comes to hotels and stays and all of that stuff like that, you have Airbnb. Airbnb is good also, especially when you go to these countries that are pretty expensive. Airbnb is going to take you a long way with that if you're planning on staying a long term. But the Booking app is mostly what I use. Now, there's different apps you can use, like the hotel app. You can also use Skyscanner. I would highly suggest using the Booking app because it does give you rewards back. You know, the more you use it, it gives you money back onto your, as like rewards and stuff like that. You can use for future hotels, hostels, apartments, whatever it is, whatever you want, you can search it on that app. And this is what I use. You can set a parameter. Now, let's say this is the hostel here, Dan Hostel. Now I set my dates for Sunday, August 14th through August 21st. 1 room, 1 adult, since it's just me. I hit search, and all these different choices come up. Now, it's going to start with the cheapest option, really, because that's what I like to start with. All right, I like to start with the cheapest option, and it's going to automatically go to that country's currency, wherever you're at. All right. So you could filter, you can sort, you can do whatever you need to do with this app here. Another thing I like about this app here, outside of the price, sorting for your price, you could go to distance from downtown, which goes back to the city center that I was referring to. All right, that's going to be very helpful. So you could set to the city center where you get all your perks or whatever it is you need. It's going to be downtown. So this app will take you right there to wherever you need. And this app right here has been the most helpful to me. Of course, you need a place to stay, all right? I'm just saying. Anyway, now there's also this Hopper app. I don't use this app at all, only because I use the booking app and another app for flights. Those 2 apps give me rewards back. So I really don't see a need to use this Hopper app, but just in case, I would say go ahead and download it. I would also use it to compare prices. So like if I get on this other app and I look up whatever flight or whatever hotel or car rental, whatever it is I need, I'll also get on here and I'll cross-reference. I'll see how much that same, whatever it is, that same item is going to be on this app. You got to excuse these guys. They've been down there drinking all night. It's morning time and these guys are still at it. All right. Anyway, so I'll cross-reference whatever I need on this Hopper app. And sometimes it's cheaper, but for the most part, it's really not. All right. So I would not suggest that one. But I mean, if you feel, I don't know, if it makes you feel better, go ahead and download it. I just wouldn't suggest it. All right. I would suggest the Booking.com app for hotel stays. Now, another app that has been extremely helpful for me is the Kiwi app. Now, this Kiwi app here, you can pretty much search wherever it is you need to go. All right, this takes care of all your flights. Now, instead of using the the Skyscanner app or the Hopper app, this Kiwi app has given me the best deals. All right, you can set your filters, and then your cheapest flights are automatically going to come up. You can select the calendar. Like if I were to say Warsaw, Poland, where I currently am, to Bucharest, Romania, I'll select the date. And if you just wait, different prices will come up. So this is going forward. These prices are really cheap, all right? I wasn't able to find these same rates on the Hopper app or Skyscanner, all right? I'm just not able to. So I would just suggest not doing the Hopper app. Download this Kiwi app. It's going to be very helpful for you. Also, it sends you your itineraries and it helps you with your trip cancellations and all of that stuff right there. It stores your bookings, your past bookings, all of that. You know, Bangkok, all of that. I've gone all over the place, all right? So that Kiwi app, I would highly suggest you download. That has taken me to the moon and back with as far as getting deals and flights with short notice. That app has been very helpful. So another app that I would also say download is of course, the Airbnb app. I have not used it yet because I have not needed to. The Booking.com app has really given me everything that I've needed. And plus it gives you rewards back on the Booking app. But I would still say download the Airbnb app. Now, one thing I have heard about the Airbnb app is that when you upload your passport, or you have to upload your identification because they have to verify that it's you on the account. I have heard individuals getting removed because you're on the registry. So consider that. Like I said, I have not used it yet to even be concerned with that issue, but I have heard situations where individuals on the registry have been denied because of that. Now, another thing I will say is I did go back and read the Airbnb terms of service, and they do state in there that you can't be on the registry. I mean, it is in the terms and conditions. So just consider that. Next app. So there's this thing called Bolt. Bolt is the Uber of overseas. Now, in the United States, we use Uber, of course. We got Lyft over there in the United States. But in most countries, they're going to use Bolt. So, I mean, it's really self-explanatory. It's a rideshare system that, you know, it does save you money. A lot of countries that you go to, you don't think that they have Bolt, or you don't think that they have a fair taxi system, but they have Bolt. It can also save you money because some of these cab drivers they'll rip you off. If you don't know how much it should cost for you to get to your hotel from the airport or to get to the airport, they'll quote you this high ass rate, all right? And you not knowing any better, you'll just be like, all right, cool. Yeah, just take me, whatever. No, when you're overseas, you want to save as much as you possibly can, especially if you're in a country where your dollar is going to take you further than whatever that country's currency will take you. All right. So Bolt is definitely the way to go. I know I use this a lot over here in Poland. When I was in Thailand, everything was cheap already in Thailand, but with this Bolt app over in Thailand, it was even cheaper. Right. So true story. When I was at this hotel in Thailand, I got quoted was like a 700 baht. It was like a 700 baht quote to go to the airport, which, if I'm not mistaken, let me do the math real quick. Thai baht to, all right, so it was like 20 bucks to go to the airport in 700 baht, which is 20 bucks, $20. So I thought that was a bit much. All right. I got on this app and got it for 500, which was way cheaper. Right. That's about 15. I mean, so I saved $5, which in Thailand, that's a whole meal. You know what I'm saying? If you're on this budget and you're eating 3 times a day, that's one meal that you've pretty much saved. All right. Now I'm just being logical. All right. Some of you may not care. Oh, it's only $5 official app, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. Well, if you don't care about it, then I don't care about it. But I'm just telling you that this Bolt app is going to save you money on ride shares. Getting to wherever it is you need to go, doing whatever it is you need to do, that app is going to take you to the moon also. Now, some countries, they don't allow that app. I was over in Bari, Italy, and I did not know this, but they do not allow any of those rideshare apps. I don't understand why. If any of you know, definitely drop a comment and let me know why they don't. But in Italy, they don't allow that app. So it was really difficult to get to and from. All right. I'm pretty sure I got scammed a lot getting to and from the airport or getting wherever it is I needed to get to. I'm pretty sure that I got scammed a lot. All right. My cab drivers over there, they like never use their meters. It was ridiculous. All right. So I would suggest downloading Bolt. For those countries that do not allow any of those rideshare apps, the only thing I could suggest with that is to have them run their meter from start to finish, all right? The moment they pick you up to the moment they drop you off. Don't have them start it halfway because they might try to be like, oh, well, I forgot to start it, so just add on an extra $5 US on top of this. No, don't do that. All right, make sure they start that shit right away. So another app that I'm gonna suggest you download is the Bolt Food app. Bolt Food. Now this app has been very helpful. This app here, let's say you don't feel like getting up, walking, or going wherever it is you want to go to eat. They'll bring the food right to your door for very cheap. All right, all they ask is probably like $1 US, whatever country that is. It's gonna be super cheap. Your food is already gonna be super cheap as is, but I would highly suggest that, because I've been overseas for about 5-6 months now, in total, that is, not considering the time that I had to go back to the US to get treatment. But the whole time that I've been out of the United States, there's been a ton of times where I just didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to leave the hotel or my room or anywhere. I just wanted to stay right there and eat, So I'll use this Bolt app and I'll order food. So you can select you can type in whatever you want on the top, or down below, we're on a search. You can type in chicken, burgers, whatever it is. Right now they're all closed because it's really early in the morning and shit like that. But yeah, this app right here, you can pretty much order whatever you want to order. So I would suggest downloading this app when you go overseas. All right, so let's go over one more app that I would suggest you download. And that's going to be the Surfshark VPN. Yes, this Surfshark app, and you can use it for your computer, your laptop, your phone, your tablet, whatever you have, iPad, whatever it is. This VPN is, to those of you who already know, don't listen to me, all right? But to those of you who don't know, this VPN is going to keep you connected with the services that you cannot get overseas, all right? You might have a subscription to Hulu. You might have a subscription to, I don't know, Sling, whatever those those apps that provide all the shows that you're trying to get connected to. This VPN is going to allow you to do that. Now, this VPN, I think it's like $15 a month. Super cheap, I think. All right, but it's going to allow you to use those apps that you will not be able to use over here. Hulu, you won't be able to use over here unless you have a VPN. Sling, you won't be able to. I think Netflix was probably the only app that I was able to use over here without that VPN. It just got really ridiculous, because I'm a Game of the Thrones fans, right? I'm a Game of the Thrones fan, all right? I got over here and I couldn't watch that shit, and I was like, oh my goodness. My shows, Locked Up Abroad, The First 48, all these shows that I've been watching for a long time. I get over here and I'm like, man, I fell out of touch. I didn't know what to do. I think I was 3 months in when someone finally said, hey man, you just need to download a VPN. And this was someone back in the States who suggested it. And I said, oh, I didn't think about that. Well, I downloaded it, of course, and damn, I was right back on. So that's pretty much it. I'm going through my other apps, and those are going to be the main apps that I would suggest downloading. Now, of course, you're going to have other apps that's going to keep you linked to back home, whether you're on Facebook or Instagram. But there are different apps that I would suggest you download, and which are those apps that I pretty much gave you. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So also wanted to add in there, in this video that I started a WhatsApp group. So to those of you who are interested in joining, this is for people who are on the registry, who want to keep in touch and keep information between us. It's an easier way to stay in contact with, especially me, since I'm over here doing these videos. you might want to download that app, WhatsApp. All right. I forgot to add that in. The WhatsApp, definitely download that. All of these people over here, they don't really like to use their normal phone numbers to text and call because it's so expensive. So they just use WhatsApp. They have internet. It comes with an internet service. And it's just so much cheaper to it's free to use WhatsApp. So I would highly suggest you download WhatsApp. Now, going forward, I did start a WhatsApp group and I am adding individuals right now. The only thing is, again, I'm going to have to verify your connection to the registry before I add you into the group. This is very necessary. Yes, I have had individuals message me and say, hey, official, why don't you just add me in? Listen. No, trust me, it's for the safety of you. It's for the safety of me. It's for the safety of anyone who's on the registry having to deal with all this bullshit, all right? We don't want the wrong people sneaking their way through and getting on there and getting all this information to fuck everything up, all right? Trust me, you should appreciate what I'm doing here, all right? So yes, I have to verify your connection to the registry in order to add you into this group. The more people we have, the better. I don't care if you don't have WhatsApp, but your fiance has WhatsApp. That's fine. We can add her in. All right. We just need to verify that she is connected to you and so on and so forth. That's all I'm asking. All right. If you want to be added to this group, send me an email. All right. Send me an email. Again, send me an email. A lot of you post comments and I'm like, I can't do anything with you in the comments. I need you to email me. All right. So that's pretty much it. And those are the apps that I use when I'm overseas. And I would highly suggest you download those. I don't download too many because I don't want to lose my mind trying to keep up with different apps. And I also want to make sure that I'm using one specific app to make sure I'm getting all the deals, the best deals out of that one app as far as rewards go. All right. So that's just me. So I'm going to go ahead and get this video put together, and I wish you guys a good day and stay in touch. All right. Remember, shoot me an email if you wish to be added to this WhatsApp group. Peace.